Hey guys, what's up? It's Allison. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that I absolutely hate, but today will be a good video for all you incoming freshmen and anyone else who just has some questions about college. Today I'm going to be talking about college. For those of you who don't know me, hi, again, my name is Allison. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. I am a senior in college at Southern Virginia University. I have obviously been through 3 years of college, so I have lots of tips and just experience that I can talk based off of. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips that I wish I had heard before going to college and hopefully help you guys out and save you some money. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you can be notified every time that I upload a video. And also follow my social media, it'll be right here. I try to post 3 TikToks a day and I try to post on Instagram as frequently as possible. I'm not doing as good on Instagram right now, but I'm trying, I promise. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on into the video. All right, so first off, I think the biggest thing for anybody that's going to college, especially if you're going like out of state or not with a ton of friends, if you want to make friends, the easiest way to do that is a sports team or a club or something, just getting involved in your school, which I feel like everyone says, but it is literally so true. So I did cheer and it was probably the best thing that has ever happened. You're instantly having a connection with these people because you already have a common ground. And that is how I made so many of my friends. Even if they weren't like on the cheer team, I made it basically because of cheer. Preseason was probably one of my favorite times of college. You have a whole bunch of athletes doing their sport, but then the rest of the day, they basically have nothing to do. You're not in classes, you have just a ton of time to just hang out and have lots of fun and get to know each other. And us cheerleaders would have like little bondings with the dance team because we were like a spirit squad together. But we also would hang out with just cheerleaders and we would hang out with the football boys a lot. And so I got to know a lot of the football boys through preseason. That's where like the majority of my friends came from, was cheer or like preseason and like just meeting people through preseason because everyone's just having so much fun and like just hanging around. I also met a ton of my friends by joining freshman group chats. My school had like a page for all the freshmen, and then through that I started reaching out and I started DMing people and I was like, hey, what's your Snapchat? I'm gonna add you to a freshman group chat. And that freshman group chat ended up growing so big that we had to like make other group chats, and I had to start denying people because people started messaging me being like, hey, I heard about this in freshman group chat, and I was like, I know, I'm sorry, like it's full. The biggest thing is like starting now, like go and find people at your school and try and start like making friendships. Also, I know that some of you guys are gonna be like, I have a boyfriend, like we've been dating forever, like, or we can do long distance, whatever, like, and if you can, like go, good for you, but like, unless you are literally like 100% sure that you are going to marry this person, break up with them. You will have the hardest time like making guy friends and even just like friends in general, because you're going to be wanting to call that person like 24/7 and just sit on the phone with them. You're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities because you're going to be sitting on the phone with your significant other instead of meeting new people. And it is harder to meet guy friends when you have a boyfriend because it's like, you know, or a girlfriend. Something that I told myself when I got to college was that I wasn't going to get a boyfriend for at least the first semester, if not the full first year, because again, you can't really meet as many people, and I didn't want to like limit myself to like the first person that I met and say that I was gonna like date them, especially at my school because the dating scene is like so crazy at my school and people get married like super quick. I really didn't want to like get married off my first year. I would go on different dates with lots of different guys and it was super nice to even just get to know them. And even though that some of us, we didn't obviously like date, a lot of the guys that I like went on dates with were still friends. I mean, if that's really like you want to do that, like that's fine. But for me personally, like I feel like it was so nice to just like be single and not have to like worry about anything that I was doing, like looking wrong or like being wrong because I had like somebody else. Another thing that I would definitely suggest in like the making friends scene or whatever is living on campus. My freshman year, I lived on campus for the first semester, and the second semester, half of it I lived with my cousin, the other half I lived in the dorms. Not that I had less friends, but I saw less people, and I didn't even realize that it was all because of my dorm, but like I had certain people that were like my dorm friends, I guess, and I would see them in the dorm and we would talk and whatever, because people would hang out in the little lobby area. When I didn't see them because I wasn't in the dorm, like we didn't really hang out. Not that I was like super upset about it, because you are gonna be like more like you'll figure out who your real friends are, but when you don't really have a ton of friends, I think it's super nice to just like meet people. I would live in the dorm for at least a full year, if not a full semester. Living off campus is gonna save you a ton of money, but I think it's just a good experience for everyone to have. But stay out of your dorm as much as possible. Like, don't be in your room. go out, go hang out in the common area, go to the library, go eat food. Even if you're eating like alone or you're doing homework alone, like I know that sometimes it's like so scary to just like sit by yourself, but you will have people come up to you and like start talking to you, and that's how you meet friends. Like you can't just be locked inside your room, because you're not gonna make friends if you lock yourself inside your room. Try and be out, just sit on campus and do your homework, sit in the lobby and do your homework, hang out in the lobby. You'll find friends, you'll meet friends. Speaking of your room, your roommate is not most likely going to be your best friend. My freshman year, I moved 4 times. I did not get along with basically anyone I lived with. At first I thought like I was gonna be like besties with my roommates and whatever, and so I kind of like tried to make an effort. And I wouldn't like say don't not make an effort to care about your roommate, but also at the same time, like don't like expect that you guys are gonna be hanging out all the time and like being best friends and like going and getting food all the time, because most of the time it's not gonna happen that way. And you honestly don't wanna live with your friend, because living with somebody and being friends with someone are completely different things. And when you're trapped with the same person like 24/7, you have to be like really good friends to like be able to still have the same relationship after living with them. I'm friends with my roommate from this past semester, Kedron, but there's a little bit of tension for a little bit, because for a while we were doing everything together and there was never any break, because if we're going and eating together and then we're sitting in our room together, there's never any break from that person, and sometimes you just like want a break to be your own person. We had to like talk about that and like just talk to each other, and when we started like needing breaks, we would just like go on drives or like whatever. Like, and you're gonna find other people and your roommate's gonna find other people. Next thing, you are sharing a room with somebody else that you do not know. You need to be considerate of this person now sharing a space with you. You need to learn what is yours and just stay to that side of the room, stay to your stuff. I had roommates my freshman year that would put their trash on my desk and then just forget about it and like leave it there. Like they would like eat snacks and then throw it on my desk, because we made our room so that like we bunked the beds. We had like a little like common area, but my desk and my mini fridge happened to be in the common area, and they just would throw their stuff on top of it and then not clean it up. And it was so disgusting and so frustrating. And I was like, why can't you just like stay to your space? Like obviously that was like a common area, but don't put your stuff on my stuff. Keep your room clean. Like you don't have to like be like super perfect, but like if you're gonna have a mess, like keep it on your side. Like don't bring it over on their side. If you're just a slob, like that's really gonna gross them out. Like I got so lucky with Kedron, like because my freshman year I really just had the grossest roommates ever. That's basically all I'm gonna be talking about dorms. I'm gonna make a whole separate video, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified when that video is up. I'm going to be talking more about things that you should buy for your dorm room in the next video. My school actually let freshmen bring cars to campus, and if you are lucky enough to be able to bring your car, I would say bring it, because there are gonna be times that you wanna get off campus, or you do wanna go to the store, or you wanna go out to eat. Having a car was such a blessing, but it can also be literally the biggest nightmare ever. I made the mistake by telling certain people that I had a car when I got to campus, and just it became a known thing that I had a car to many people. Not everyone is fortunate to bring a car. They will take advantage of you if they find out that you have a car. Even if you think that you guys are friends, like wait and don't say anything about a car until there's like a dire need for a car, and then just be like, oh yeah, we can drive my car or something like that. But literally don't say anything about having a car until like it's a need, because otherwise people will literally use you. I started getting people asking me to use my car, to borrow my car, because I was like, oh, I'm not driving. And they're like, can I just borrow your car? I just say don't let anyone drive your car. I let my very, very, very bestest friends drive my car that I very much trusted. You do not want to be responsible if somebody gets in a wreck. You don't want to be responsible if anything happens to the car, anything happens to the person. You don't want to be paying for other people's gas. You need to remember that you're the one paying for the gas. You're the one paying for the insurance on the car. New tires if a tire pops. And if you're letting everyone else drive your car, then your tires are going to wear down faster. You're going to need an oil change sooner. All this wear and tear on your car is going to go faster if you're letting more people drive your car. Don't let people drive your car. And don't even let people know that you have a car until you guys are already friends, so that nobody's using you for your car. Something else that I really recommend you doing is doing all of your classes back to back. I think this is how all schools are, but Monday, Wednesday, and then some classes were also on Friday. And then the other like block classes were Tuesday, Thursday. I really like doing all my classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and just having them back to back to back, because if you have like any breaks, I mean, other than lunch, you're gonna be sitting around doing nothing. You might say that you're gonna go do homework. You're not gonna do homework. And I like to have all my classes on the same days, so that I only have like 1 or 2 classes on Tuesday, Thursdays. And then like that day can be more spent for homework or for relaxing. Also, if you know what your major is, or you have like a pretty good idea, I would start mixing in your major classes with your generic classes, so that by the time like it's your senior year, you're not just taking like all business classes because that can get super boring. And you want to take some easy classes and some hard classes. Also, try and take 15 credits each semester. My school signs you up for 12 credits as a freshman, and then you have to go in and add more classes. So I would definitely recommend doing 15, otherwise you're going to be in school for longer than 4 years, or you're going to have to take summer classes, which, speaking of summer classes, I think that is the best idea ever. You pay so much less money to take summer classes, and then you can graduate sooner, or you can have lighter loads, and the classes are only like 8 weeks long or something, so you get it out like that. All right, the next bit of advice that I have is to not buy your textbooks until your professor says that you need that textbook. Because there have been so many times that I've gotten to class with my textbook and the teacher has been like, oh, we don't actually need the textbook, or they'll be like, oh, I have a free copy for you guys, and they'll like send it to us because our school gives us iPads, so we just have it digitally. Or like if you only use it like once or twice, sometimes you can just take pictures from other people. I would not get the textbook until the teacher says, like on the first day of school, that you need the textbook. Next, I'm gonna be talking about electronic devices and stuff. So like I said, my school gives us an iPad, and they give us these little keyboard cases and an Apple Pencil. I love to use the app Notability. I can take notes in the app, and then I can also upload documentation and then just like write on the documents and then just submit them on Canvas. If you don't need paper, just get an iPad. I'm not gonna have to bring as much stuff around. Mine has 256 gigs, and I feel like that's perfect. When it comes to writing papers, I like to write mine on my MacBook. I luckily already had a MacBook because I use it for editing YouTube videos. If you don't have a MacBook, you don't need one. I like the keyboard more to type papers, but you can still type your papers on your iPad. Everyone at my school pretty much types them on their iPad, or you can always just go to your school library and use their computers. If you're choosing between an iPad or a computer, I would go with the iPad. It's lighter, easier to carry around. If you only are getting one, get the iPad, and then just get the iPad Pro, and then just get the case, the keyboard, and you don't even need an Apple Pencil. I love my Apple Pencil for taking notes, but because I like to write the notes rather than type them. Next thing is not really necessarily like about school, but if you're planning on partying, I would definitely recommend bringing a cheap pair of shoes. They're going to get destroyed. If you go to parties, there's alcohol all over the floor, and like even if you're not drinking yourself, I have had literally guys like spilling alcohol. This only happened one time. I went to one bar one time, and a guy was so drunk that he like spilt alcohol all over my shoes. People are stepping on your shoes. My hot pink Converse turned brown, and I washed them out, but I just would recommend having like a going out pair of shoes. Another thing that I would recommend is getting a little bathrobe if you have a dorm bathroom, so that after taking your shower you can just put that on rather than walking around in a towel or having to worry about maybe getting your clothes wet in the shower. And then I would also make sure to have shower shoes. If you don't want to pay for like the specific shower flip-flops, whatever, I would get just regular $1 flip-flops and wear those. They're not gonna have the holes in the bottom, but definitely bring at least one beach towel. If your school isn't near the beach, I just bring one beach towel just in case you guys go to a lake or anything, and then a few bathing suits. If you're closer to the beach, obviously you're gonna need a couple more beach towels. And I would bring 2 shower towels, 2 face cloths, 2 pairs of sheets for your bed. You wanna have double of everything so that when you're washing one thing, you can just like throw on something else. And when it comes to bringing clothes and bringing shoes, you're not gonna wear that much stuff. Even if you like to dress nice, most likely you're not gonna wanna dress that nice for school. Like, I enjoyed dressing nice, and so I started dressing more nice than I did freshman year, but you go to class and then you're gonna like want to go change into something like more casual. I would not bring a whole bunch of different outfits unless that is really you and you seriously like always are dressing nice. Don't bring all those clothes. You don't need them. Mainly just bring basics, because as long as you have basics, then you can like make outfits, basic shoes. You also need to remember everything that you bring, you have to bring back. If you're going to school knowing that in November you're gonna go home, just bring summer stuff and then like a few winter clothes, and then bring a bunch of your stuff home when you go for Thanksgiving. Leave it at home and bring more stuff for Thanksgiving, Christmas. You just keep bringing stuff to your dorm and not leaving stuff, you're gonna have to bring all that stuff home, and everything that is in your dorm has to be moved out at the end of the year. Moving out is so frustrating, so the less that you have, the easier it is to move out. Also, the cafeteria food sucks. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, like, I hated my food. I like would not eat it. I had a mini fridge and a mini freezer. I'm gonna link it on my Amazon storefront, by the way. That way I could keep milk, so I had cereal in the morning. You could also have like meats in your fridge, so you can make sandwiches during the day for lunch, and then you could just go to the dining plan for dinner. Friends with off-campus housing with kitchen, like, you can help offer to make dinner or help split grocery costs and then cook with them. And you also might be able to lower the meal plan that you have so that you pay less money if you're like making your own food. And I also really liked working at the school my freshman year. I worked with like my best friends. We'd have so much fun, and we didn't work that much, maybe like 10 hours a week. And we just like worked at the food, and we just like, you know, give people food. I didn't have to do much, and I would just like earn a little bit of extra money. Yeah, that is about all I have for this video. If you guys have any more questions, comment them down below, and also feel free to DM me. My DMs are always open. And like I said, I will be making a whole separate video on what you should bring for your dorm and what you shouldn't bring for your dorm. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can be notified when I upload. Hit the like button on this video if it was helpful, and don't forget to also follow my social media, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.